Hello. It is Friday afternoon at 5 o'clock. So here I am with a recipe that I'm going to make right in front of you. Because so many times with people who are saying, hey Malat, nice to see you. Malat, thank you very much for sharing everywhere that you always share. I really appreciate that. Thank you for writing in there. I have a great recipe today that is easy. So easy, you guys aren't going to believe it. It is quick and it is delicious with not a lot of calories. So today, I'm going to make this recipe, like I said, right in front of you. And the reason I do that is because so many times people have told me, all kinds of people from all walks of life, you know what, I don't have time to cook these healthy meals. I don't have time to lose weight and get healthy. So what I do is I bring this Recipe Friday to you every Friday at 5 o'clock. I'm here twice a week. I am here on Wednesday at 5 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Hey Tim, nice to see you. I am here. Jennifer, nice to see you. I am here every Friday at 5 o'clock. Twice a week, I am here live. Wednesday, I talk about losing weight and weight training. On Fridays, I make a recipe right in front of you. Sue, nice to see you. Yeah, guess what? You're going to have to wait a couple minutes, Tim, before I share what I'm making for you guys today. Bonnie, nice to see you. I got a lot of regulars on here. I want to tell you guys, guess what? I have 25 recipes in an ebook right now. It's already in my documents. Guess what? I just have to put pictures in and put a cover on it, and that baby is good to go. So I'm thinking this weekend, guess what? I'm going to be finishing up my Recipe Friday ebook and be finishing up this weekend. So it'll be available come next week, and I'm really excited to share it with you guys. So let's talk about this, guys. So oftentimes I share my story of how I got into this health and fitness, where I began, because I know I'm like a lot of other people because they tell me their story and I'm like, well, this sounds familiar. This sounds like me way back when. So I'm going to tell you a little bit now. Today, often I say, I say 30 and then I say 31. I got started. I give you discrepancy there. And I'm going to tell you why. I was introduced to fitness at 30 years old. Bernardo, nice to see you. Iman, nice to see you from Pakistan. I'm glad you're making the time in the middle of the night to visit us on my lives. That's really special. So, at 30, I was introduced to this lifestyle of weight training, paying attention to my calories, and thinking. Actually, at that point, I started thinking, maybe this will actually work, because I had tried so many things in the past. Every crazy diet that was out there, I had tried. None of them ever delivered. They never delivered the firmness. You know what I'm saying? They never delivered. I would get smaller. I always got smaller because I did lose weight on any crazy diet I did. I always lost weight. But I never got the tightness. I never got the firmness. I never got the body I have right now today at 51. In my 20s and in my teens. Incredibly. When I should have been in the best shape of my life. So at 30, I was introduced to it. But I didn't act on it till I was 31. You know why? Because I was fearful. I said, you know what? I don't know if I'm ready to try another program to be disappointed again, to have to do it and then not happen. But then I said, you know what? What's the worst that can happen? What's the worst that can happen? I can learn something new. At 2:08, I'm in the morning, and I'm staying awake just for you. Oh, that is so sweet. Thank you for joining us. I'm in from Pakistan. I know, Sue. I know you need firmness, girl. You have got to adopt this weight training. I tell you, you have to weight train for this firmness, and then you have to feed that body, which is what today's all about. How we feed that body to make sure that when we weight train, we're not overfeeding that body. We're giving it the nutrients it needs so it can get firm and tight, no matter your age. No matter your age. So at 31, I said, you know what? What's the worst that can happen? I spent 3 months and I fail again? I've already spent 16 years failing. What's 12 more weeks? So I did it. I said, you know what, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it 100%. I'm going to give it everything I got, see what happens. And guess what? That was the beginning of my story. That was 20 years ago. All right, so let's get started on this recipe, guys. Look at, this is what I'm making. I am making oatmeal and eggs in a cup. And how heavy are you making oatmeal and eggs? Very good tasting oatmeal and eggs, by the way. That is really, really, really quick because it's in a microwave. That if you are so busy in the morning, you don't have time, I don't have time to be making anything in the morning, this will take you 5 minutes. 5 minutes to make, and you can even walk out the door with it, drive and eat it, all right, while you're going to work. All right, so let's talk about this. This is, I just made it so it looks pretty good because, you know, sometimes oatmeal might not look so good when it has been sitting for a while. So all I'm going to do is make it right in front of you. I got myself a nice big thing because, you know, if you put oatmeal in the microwave, for those that don't know, it rises. All right, so you want to make sure first that you have enough, a big enough bowl, so when it rises, it doesn't overflow all over in your microwave because then you have a mess to clean. We don't want messes. All right, we want things as easy as possible in the kitchen, the least amount of steps, but still get our protein, still get our carbs, and have it be a great tasting meal so that we want to eat it more often, not just once. We say, oh, it's so easy, I loved it. Hey, Suzanne, nice to see you. Thanks for joining. I hope you guys stay on to see how this turns out because it's so simple. First, it's oatmeal. I got myself a big thing of oatmeal. I'm putting a 1/3 cup of oatmeal right in here. Woo! Goes right in the cup. Everything goes right in the cup. 100% right, no matter what age. Lifting is the way to get firm. You know, Bernardo, I just shared an article from one of these guys, one of these exercise scientist PhD guys that I often share their stuff on my page. And guess what? The article was all about weight training being the anti-ager. If you weight train, you're going to stay and look younger. I mean, I'm a perfect example of this. I don't know. That's what I'm trying to get across to you guys. I'm 51. I've been weight training for 20 years. But it is the way to stay young in every way, in your strength, in your looks, maintaining your firmness, looking good in a bikini because summer's coming soon. So's your trip. All right, I'm putting a 1/2 cup of almond milk in. You can use any kind of milk. You can use water if you don't want to use milk. Okay, but you do have to put some liquid in there. So I put a 1/3 cup of oatmeal in there. I put a 1/2 cup of almond milk in there. Now this is a tricky part because I don't buy the egg white container. So I am putting just the egg whites in here. So I got to be careful that I don't get the yolk in. And of course, I got the yolk in because that's how I do it. That's how I do it, guys. Glenn, nice to see you here. So I'm putting 3 egg whites in because I need the protein. There's no 1 egg. Ev, what'd you have for breakfast? What'd you have today for protein? Oh, I had 1 egg. Well, 1 egg's not going to cut it. All right, 1 egg is not going to cut it. So you need to get yourself 3 egg whites in this thing right here. Then I am putting a 1/3 teaspoon of cinnamon. See, I told you I like to buy the big things because I use these things. So I might as well make it big. All right, I am putting stevia in. Same amount of stevia. Then I decided I wanted it to be cinnamon apple. So guess what? I got a little apple here. I'm going to dice it because I want it small pieces, not big chunks. I just took a quarter of an apple and I'm literally dicing it. That's it. And I'm putting that right in. Right in. Woo! See how easy this is? Now look, honestly, does it get any more? By the way, this is going to be in my ebook. I already put it in my ebook. All right, I just got to get the picture of it, which I get right from these lives, by the way. Now I'm going to put it in the microwave first for 1 minute. I'm going to put it in the microwave for, what if I don't like cinnamon, Evie? You can put cocoa in it to make it chocolatey. You could even put other fruit in it, or you can put vanilla in it to make it vanilla-y. You can put blueberries in it with the vanilla. You can put strawberries in it with the vanilla. You can put strawberries in it with chocolate, with cocoa in it. And I would put the same amount, only like a half a teaspoon of it if you were to use it and try to make it chocolatey. You can even put a little bit of chocolate chunks in there if you wanted, dark chocolate chunks, because remember what I shared on Wednesday. You don't get fat from eating chocolate chips, right? Right, guys? You do not get fat from eating chocolate chips. Remember we talked about how we got those fat cells and we inflated those fat cells and we got more fat cells? It was by excess calories. So if you feel like, hey, you know what? Maybe I do want some, maybe I do want a little bit of chocolate in my oatmeal in the morning. Is it going to get you fat? Who wants to answer that for me? If you guys that have been watching this for a while with me, is me putting a couple pieces of chocolate into my oatmeal in the morning gonna get me fat? Huh? Anybody? Anybody? No answers? You guys don't want to? Write in the comments, please. I have to tell you, first I'm going to take a little break. I'm putting this back on for 2 more minutes. I put it in for 1 minute. I took it out. I stirred it up because that was the first time I stirred it up. I put it back in for 2 more minutes. No, Beth, thank you for answering that. Bonnie, thank you for answering that. You guys are learning. No. And if I have a sweet tooth and I want stinking a couple pieces of chocolate in my oatmeal, it's okay. It's okay. It doesn't mess with your program. Everybody thinks this is a big problem for a lot of people. Oh, you know what? I had 3 bites of this cake over here today. I might as well just throw the towel in. I might as well just quit trying. I totally screwed my program up. I'm never going to lose this weight now. I'm still fat, whatever. You know what? It doesn't matter if you had a piece of pizza. Okay, it doesn't matter if you had 3 chocolate pieces in your oatmeal in the morning. As long as you counted those calories. And as long as you got into that sweet spot that is not below your resting metabolic rate and not to the point that you're maintaining that weight, because we want to lose weight. And I call that, though, that calorie zone is your sweet spot. All right, that is your sweet spot. Ludo, thanks for writing in there. Yes, Bonnie, if we put the whole bag of chocolate in, of chocolate chips in, absolutely, we would probably be hitting our calories at breakfast. So then we'd have to starve the rest of the day. Because it's about calories. And it's about calories, by the way, through your whole day. So if you screwed up and lost your mind by 3 in the afternoon, and you didn't have anything else to eat for the rest of that day, you're fine. You're fine. You're not going to gain any weight because it's about the calories. All right? It's always about the calories. All right, so now I'm taking this out. Woo! Woo! Here we go, guys. Use the spoon. There we go. Isn't that beautiful? Beautiful. Now, obviously, this is really, really hot, so I'm not going to eat it yet. Sandy, nice to see you. I haven't seen you in a while. Thanks for joining me. But look at that. It's oatmeal and eggs. Now, this, by the way, I cooked it. I put it in for 1 minute. Okay, I took it out. I stirred it up. I put it back in for 2 more minutes. If you like it liquidy, that's perfect. This is a little liquidy, okay? It tastes really, really good. If you like a little bit more flavor, you can put more cinnamon in. If you don't even like cinnamon, you can put cocoa in, okay? You could put, and always have the stevia because it gives it that sweet taste without the calories, okay? And you're getting a ton of protein. Now let's talk about calories because I always like to tell you the calories. By the way, in my ebook that's going to be available next week, I will have the calories of each recipe that I have per serving size, how many servings you get, and what a serving size is, and how many calories are in that serving size. So you know, because that's how important calories are. And you're going to have the opportunity to try all those recipes. By the way, every one of those recipes I had done live in front of you, all right? And every time people are asking me, Abby, what about that one recipe? What about that one recipe? Well, there you go. All right, here you go. Because I only post it in the comments of the original live. So people lose it and they can't find it. I'm creating it in an ebook just for you guys. And also say hi. Thank you, Sandy, for saying hi. Anybody out here, listen, if you're in part of weight loss groups, any groups that are trying to get healthy, get fit, lose weight, please share this live. Please share it right now. Because food is the most important element when you are trying to lose weight. Because it always boils down to the calories. Weight training matters because you only get that firmness underneath that weight, underneath that fat, is if you weight train, you do resistance training. So that's why I always have those two go hand in hand, because that's how important they are. Not only that, muscle is metabolic, requires calories to keep it on your body, which helps you create that deficit you need to lose weight. What about honey? Yes, honey would be great, Bernardo. If you don't want to use stevia, honey's fine. The only reason I use stevia is because the stevia doesn't have any calories in it. Honey does have calories in it, a lot of calories. It's one of those sweeteners that tends to have a lot of calories in it. All right, so let's talk about the calories in here. Look at this, guys. They look delicious. And you know, I put the apple in right before I put it in the microwave. You can wait to put your fruit in when you're totally done at the end. You put the cinnamon in and the sugar in at the end, the fruit in the end, okay? But I actually wanted my apple cooked, and I'm a lazy cook. Remember, I am the reluctant cook. I want to look good, I want to age well, I want to be healthy, so I do these recipes to show you guys how easy and quick it can be, how healthy it is for you, but I try to do it as lazily as possible, so I throw everything in the cup, put it in the microwave. You don't have to do that. You like blueberries, if you want to throw them in at the end, that's fine. Vanilla, if you want to put that in there, that's fine. Cocoa, if you want to make it cocoa-y and chocolatey. Emma, nice to see you. Emma was reaching out to me recently about my 12-week online transformation plan, or my 4-week drop 10 pounds plan. And guess what? My 4-week drop 10 pounds plan is only 20% off for today. As of tomorrow, when I wake up in the morning, sale's over. All right, sale's over. So if you're still thinking about it, wondering about it, saying, hey, is this something I want to do? Well, you want a better price, now's the time to jump on board, because tomorrow it's going up 20%. Now, so what I was saying, let's talk about the calories in this and the protein. Sorry, it's all right. It's all right, Emma, you made it. I made oatmeal. Oatmeal in a mug, and it took me 5 minutes, Emma. Okay, so we had the old-fashioned oatmeal. A third cup of old-fashioned oatmeal is 100 calories. Okay, I had a half a cup of almond milk, which is 30 calories. Nothing. Almond milk. You use regular milk, it would have been double that. It would have been 60 calories. 3 egg whites is 51 calories. A quarter of a chopped apple was 16 calories. This comes to a total of 227 calories. And I'm going to tell you, if you like oatmeal, because some people might not even like oatmeal, in which case you won't even like this live. But if you do like oatmeal, oatmeal is one of those kinds of foods that satiate you, so that you're not hungry so much sooner after you have it, which is really, again, really important if your goal is to lose weight, because you don't want to always control those calories, those total calories for the day. So when you eat foods like this, that satiate you and hold that hunger, fill you up, and make you happy. But protein does that too, okay, which is awesome. Egg whites and oats, Emma. Egg whites and oats in a mug that I just put right in the microwave with cinnamon, stevia. I chopped up a quarter of an apple, threw it in too. I could put more apple in if I wanted to. You can put any kind of fruit you want to. You can make it more vanilla, you can make it more chocolatey, you can make it cinnamony. There's lots of variations. You get excited and try new things. But it only takes 5 minutes. 5 minutes from start to finish. From cutting up the apple, putting it in the thing, put it in the microwave, you eating it out the door on your way to work. For 237 calories, it'll hold you off till lunchtime, then you have your healthy lunchtime meal. So listen guys, make sure again, I want you to write in the comments, I want you to say hi. If you decide to make this recipe, you want to give it a shot tomorrow, sometime this weekend, sometime next week, make sure to share it to my page. Share it to my page. Let me know how it went for you. Remember, you always want to have a deep dish with oatmeal when you put it in the microwave. Otherwise, it's going to overflow, and that's going to get you upset because now you have a mess to clean. No one wants a mess to clean. So it's like a pudding. Yes, you can have it liquidy or you can have it solid. That's going to determine how long you cook it. If I cooked this for 3 minutes, I cooked it for 1 minute first. I took it out. I stirred it up. I put it back in for 2 minutes. And this is not, it's a little liquidy. It's a little liquidy. This one's not liquidy at all. This one I cooked for 3 minutes. I cooked it 1 minute, then I put it back in and I cooked it for 3 more minutes. Yeah, sure. So it's sort of like a pudding. It's oatmeal. It's oatmeal, but it's not dry. And you don't have to, you can make it liquidy, more liquidy, not dry. And the longer you cook it in the microwave, the drier it gets. That's what you have to remember. The longer you put it in the microwave, the drier it's going to get. And then you can top it with anything you choose. You put a banana in there. Just remember, though, when you start choosing these things, thank you for sharing. Yes, share it. People need to know there are easy, healthy, delicious meals that are 5 minutes to make, that are not going to disrupt their life, that are going to help them to lose weight because they're not a lot of calories. Now carbs, there's 17 grams of carbs in this, and there's 35 grams of there's 17 grams of protein and 35 grams of carbs, which is perfect. That's perfect. That's a perfect meal, and it's a perfect breakfast if you're running out the door in the morning, running to work, and wondering, hey, what can I eat? What I eat for breakfast is a porridge or a muesli. Well, that's cereal, and that's processed, right? Does your porridge or muesli? Porridge is sort of like oatmeal, isn't it, Emma? Does your porridge, isn't that like oatmeal? I think porridge is like oatmeal. All right, and muesli isn't that cereal, right? You want to have the least processed foods you can have. Nothing wrong with it. Honestly, Emma, there's nothing wrong with those. You just got to count the calories for it. Yeah, I'm assuming you're having it with milk or a milk substitute like almond milk or whatever. Or maybe you're having with water. I don't know. So yeah, thank you, Malat. Thank you, Emma. Thank you. Yes, perfect. Just count the calories because you're always looking for that sweet spot. Remember, always that sweet spot between your resting metabolic rate and your maintenance level. That's where you're going to be. That's where your deficit's going to be created, and that's where you're going to lose weight. But you need good, healthy, delicious food that's going to help you do that so that you don't get hungry and you don't get discouraged and you don't throw in the towel before you even really began, because you have to commit to something, all right? And you have to commit to coconut milk's fine. Perfect. All right, guys, that's it. Easy Friday here. I'm going to be back, of course, Wednesday with another fitness tip on losing weight and weight training. So be sure to join me, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I will be back next Friday again with probably a little bit more complicated recipe for you, but it'll be probably a dinner. I haven't done a dinner in a while, so I think I'm going to do a dinner this next Friday. So be sure to tune in. Be sure to share this. Be sure to like. Okay, write something in the comments, even if it's just a smiley face or a hands up or saying hi. Okay, and guess what? I am the #1 online weight loss coach for women over 40. I currently have my 4-week drop 10 pounds plan is currently 10% off. Something you guys are interested in, today is the day to jump into it because it's out. It's off. The deal is off tomorrow morning when I get up. You guys have a great day. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you so much for sharing these lives, especially you, liking them and commenting, because you know what? We're growing it. Thank you. Have a great weekend, guys.